gassy during pregnancy? Farts, farts, farts? Or what's up with their hairy nipples? And the big one, will they poop during delivery? Oh, okay. We've got 3 amazing doctors here who are going to let you in on all the things your mama never told you about having a baby. And we have an audience full of pregnant women, some paramedics standing by just in case somebody goes into labor. They are not props. They are for real, for real. Okay, can I hear my pregnant ladies in the house? Okay. Pregnancy is a time of dramatic changes in a woman's body, and some of them can be really scary, but it does not have to mean the end of your sex life. Let's meet the doctors first. We've got sex expert Dr. Debbie Herbenick, and we've got OBGYNs Dr. Afriye Emerson and Dr. Shiva Gofrani. So what are your questions for the doctors? Where's Miriam? Miriam, I know you have a question. You're pregnant with twins?
Well, I found out when I was pregnant with twins when I was 6 weeks, but my major question is, since I'm pregnant, my hormones are going really wild, as they do for most pregnant women. So, Tyra, right?
Right?
My major question is the fact that since my hormones are going really wild and my husband's not around all the time because he's at work, I masturbate. And I try to please myself, and I want to know, is that okay? And if it's okay to do so, would it hurt the baby? If not, how do I go about doing it more often, or is it too good? Is it bad to do it too often?
How often are you doing it?
Every morning.
Every morning? So what do you think, doctor?
Well, just wake up that way. I don't know.
Congratulations early on the twins. It's perfectly safe for you to masturbate during pregnancy. It's not going to hurt the baby. Okay. Actually, because you have an increased blood flow to your pelvic organs, you're more likely to get the best orgasms of your life. So absolutely indulge yourself. Your twins are fine.
That's cool. Do you tell your husband you masturbate every day?
Yes.
Oh. And then do you still want to have sex with him when he comes home?
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, that's girl. All right, do you? That's great. All right. Okay, we've got Luann.
Hi, Tyra.
Hi. How far are you?
I'm 7 months.
7 months.
Yes. I'm 7 months pregnant, and me and my boyfriend still have oral sex, but I heard kind of like in a rumor that it's dangerous, and I need to know if it's true, because we kind of do it, you know.
Dangerous
often.
for the baby? Oral sex? I never heard that one.
And it's dangerous for the pregnancy or whatnot?
As long as your partner's not blowing air into your vagina, which, I mean, come on, that really doesn't happen.
What about the saliva thing?
It's safe. Excuse me?
The saliva thing?
Saliva is fine. There's nothing wrong with saliva being in the vagina. The only other thing that I would caution you to worry about, though, is that if, for example, you know, your partner had a cold sore, then you would want to skip oral sex on that day because, you know, you don't want to, you know, have any risk of infection transmission. But otherwise, people enjoy oral sex throughout pregnancy, and I'm glad that you are.
Thank you.
All right, where's Stephanie? Stephanie's boyfriend, and you guys are still very active, but you're worried about something.
I'm 7 months pregnant. My boyfriend and I do have sex often, at least 3 to 4 times a week. When I orgasm, I get very bad pelvic cramps. So I want to know what can be causing this.
It seems like it could be a fear of miscarriage, too, or early delivery, shall I say.
Yeah, no, I think some people are worried about that. First of all, I was going to say, I'm so impressed that everyone is having sex that often.
I know.
Forgetting pregnancy,
right?
So good for you guys, because I don't hear that in my office from my patients. But it's totally normal to have that cramp. So just like you have cramps when you have your period, your uterus contracts. So if you look here, where's our uterus? It's all around this baby here. So this whole uterus is contracting from your orgasm. So it's going to feel like a huge period cramp. And it's normal. It doesn't hurt the baby. It's not going to put you into labor. But later in the pregnancy, at the end, if you want to try to help yourself go into labor, having sex can also help. Because at that point, your body's ready. So the stuff that's in the semen can actually get you into labor.
It can?
So, yeah.
There are like little things inside of the semen that
There's
can make
chemical in the semen that can actually get you get you into labor the same way. Yeah. So it's not going to happen beforehand until your body's ready.
That's interesting. Okay, when they have to induce labor sometimes, do they ever take stuff from men's semen and like implant it?
No, but there apparently was a study that and I said this has to have been a study that was done by a man. There's a study that you could have sex, but you had to have sex 3 times in 24 hours in order to actually put you into labor. So that was the appropriate dose, apparently.
It does sound like that was a man saying
definitely.
that.
No one was signing up for that.
Okay,
study.
Tara's trying to get pregnant, right?
Yes, I've been trying to get pregnant for a few months, and I've been enjoying the process and all. I'm just wondering when we have to stop having sex once we get pregnant, or if we do, or how far along.
Stop having sex? No, 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 no. As long as the pregnancy is healthy, normal, it's low risk, you don't have a history of miscarriages, most doctors will tell their patients that it's okay to continue having sex throughout their pregnancy. And not only that, but there are some fun things that can make sex more comfortable and pleasurable. Can I show you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so over here.
It looks like we're miniature golfing.
It looks like mini golf or sort of like cool modern furniture. So you could have this in your living room, right? It's sex furniture. This is called the love bumper. We sort of have it propped up so you can see it, but normally it's flatter. And you really can have sex in a lot of different positions on this, right? You can sort of kneel here to have some rear entry sex. You can just sort of lounge back and have more comfortable sex, especially as you sort of, may get a little bit bigger and so on. He can lay down on here and you can sort of straddle each other in interesting ways. Whether or not you're pregnant, I mean, this is actually a really interesting sex product that people have been coming out more. It was actually invented by somebody with a background in ergonomics. But the point is, in general, right, as long as it's a safe, healthy, low-risk pregnancy and you want to enjoy your sex life, like, you just heard Dr. Shiva say, you can have sex right until the date of your delivery, if you like.
So this thing is interesting to me because I have so many friends that have those like really modern apartments, and I swear I have seen this in living rooms in different colors.
Know what it was.
And I'm wondering, was it a love bumper?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, Maureen and Axel, you guys have a question, right?
I'm 7.5 months pregnant, and we're very sexually active for a pregnant couple. So we were just wondering, the baby gets very quiet after we have sex, and we want to know why. I mean, we don't know why.
Oh, so
we
the
get
baby's
worried.
active kicking, and then when you
and then it
finish,
completely stops.
he just chills out. What is
for
that?
a while.
Well, so nobody really knows, but it makes a lot of sense. It's just like when when the baby's delivered and you hear that we rock the baby to sleep. So there's probably something to that. So when you're having sex, there's a lot of rocking motion, and the baby kind of perceives what's going on, and then all of a sudden the baby kind of feels sleepy afterwards. But again, there's nothing dangerous about it, and I just can't say enough how great it is you guys are all having a lot of sex.
We'll be right back. Up next, Stephanie is 6 months pregnant.
When I was about 3 months pregnant, I couldn't control my farting. I just let it loose. I just blame it on the baby.
So, farting, normal? Extra farts, doctors?
Yeah. You guys are all saying you're having sex. I'm sure you're all farting.
And later,
everyone thinks she's a boy. Oh, how cute is he? How old is he?
We found something that we think guarantees that everyone who meets Leela knows for sure that she is a little girl. I have never seen anything like this in my life. There are all the things your mama never told you about pregnancy, and you probably didn't ask because it was just too embarrassing. We've got some pregnant ladies here. Can I hear the pregnant ladies in the house? A lot of pregnant ladies, and they're ready to ask our doctors all kind of questions that they've been holding back. Stephanie is, what, 6 months pregnant?
Yes.
Okay, tell me, you're having some issues with control.
Well, Tyra, it's actually kind of funny. I'm 6 months pregnant now. It all started when I was about 3 months pregnant. I couldn't control my farting. So it always happens to me at the weirdest times and the weirdest places.
The farts.
Like the other day, I was out shopping and I was talking to a salesman and I just couldn't hold it in. I just let it loose. And I've started just saying, oh, I'm sorry, it's the baby. I just blamed it on the baby.
Was the baby inside of you?
I just blame it on the baby, and it's just uncontrollable.